What's really unique about QUSTom is that we're inventing something entirely new. We use ultrasound data to produce a 3D image of sound speed, which is something that's never been seen before.
The QUSTom project is quite unique because we are doing a 3D reconstruction of the breast using ultrasound at high resolution. And the technology we use is pain-free and it's safe, so it can be repeated as many times as we want.
Well, the benefit for the patients using the new diagnostic tool is mainly to avoid the radiation dose.
The QUSTom project is really split into 3 parts. So there's the device that we do the imaging with, there's the software that we do the reconstruction with, and then there's the 3rd part of the project, which is how we evaluate the quality of these images.
The process of obtaining images in the QUSTom project starts with the acquisition of data, which happens at a device which acquires ultrasound data, let's say, from each breast of each patient. The device itself is a bowl of about 30 centimeters in diameter, whose walls are covered in transducers, which essentially emit and receive ultrasound data. Once the data is acquired for a particular person, we start a process which we call the generation of a digital twin of that person and the device itself. And from that moment on, we try to simulate the outcome of ultrasound waves traveling through this tissue, which is not exactly what has happened in reality, but we can measure the differences between the synthetic data, that product of our digital twin, and what has actually happened in the real world. And by minimizing those differences, by making our simulations closer to the actual recording of data, we can reconstruct a better model of the human tissue. And that model is what eventually we call the image, and what radiologists can later on interpret as medical images of an arbitrary kind, as they do with mammograms or with MRI.
It will be a tool that can improve early diagnosis, especially for women with dense breasts, requiring fewer tests and providing more reliable results.
Ultrasound tomography modality may well replace a lot of these different ways of imaging in screening because it doesn't have many of the drawbacks of radiography, which can actually induce cancer when it's used on a large scale, like it is today.
QUSTom to me represents hope, a possibility of having a new diagnostic tool that can be used for women all ages without radiation exposure.
I hope that in a few years' time, the technology we're developing now can be applied to everyone, everywhere, at any age, and for any type of breast, so that we can improve the detection so much that actually the detection itself is the best cure for breast cancer.